Thank you.
Obviously in this genre of film I expect to be made to laugh. Like, even the trailer, obviously in trailers you don't really want to give it away too much, but you still want to make it funny so that obviously when people see it's a comedy they want to go and watch it. The advice I'd give to like producers of comedy films is like, sometimes they take it a bit too far and it doesn't become funny, it just becomes cheesy and a bit cringy. And like, when I watch a like comedy film, I want to be made to laugh, but like I don't want to be made to, I just don't want to be made to cringe. Basically, what I already know about the comedy genre is obviously it's supposed to make you laugh, and it's supposed to have a storyline on it that's like absolutely ridiculous, but you know you can kind of relate yourself to it. That's what makes it so funny. I don't really think there should be like a limit on the amount of characters involved in a trailer. I just think basically there shouldn't be too little characters, then it makes it boring, but there shouldn't be too many to the point where I can't follow it very well. I think with a comedy, public places is probably more appropriate, because like in a private property what you do in your own home is like quite normal, like whatever you're used to doing. But if you're doing something really weird in a public place, it's what makes it so funny. I think there should be like, in a comedy film, there's generally you see more males than there are females. I think it's just because females, when they're like stupid, they're just called blonde or something, but when males are stupid it is actually really funny. The certain type of character that I'd be attracted to is obviously like the really like sort of like the funny ones, but the ones that are really like up themselves in a sense, like they think they're so cool and that they can get like loads of girls and they can do loads of these cool things without there being any consequences. I think they're the more ones that I'm attracted to. For example, Stifler in American Pie. I find him the funniest and I find him the most entertaining to watch. I think the age of the characters does determine the humour. Like I don't really think I'd be very amused by watching a load of like old men on the screen trying to be funny. But I think middle-aged people are quite funny in comedies, or like teenagers. I think those are the most effective people for comedies. I don't really. For the props, I don't really think that having a limited amount means that you're not going to produce a good standard of film. I mean, for comedy, there isn't actually that many props needed. So I don't really think for this type of genre that having a limited amount of props is going to be an issue. No, I don't think the trailer should be in order of events. If you put a trailer in order of events, then when you're watching it and you know it's in the order of the events of the film, like once you've watched the trailer and then you go watch the film and you see something in the film that you've seen in the trailer, you know exactly what's going to come up next because you've already seen it in the right order in the trailer. So no, I think it would take the surprise away. I don't really think for comedies flashbacks are a very good idea. I think for things such as horror and thrillers, like to sort of like explain them, you want flashbacks. But for comedy, no, it's just sort of getting on with it and just making it funny. I don't think the main characters of the film should be varied in age. I think obviously you'll have a few characters that are either younger or older, like parents or grandparents or something, that'll obviously add humour to it. But I don't believe that they should like just be loads of random ages just all shoved together to make a comedy film. Obviously, the trailer should follow the narrative of the film. Like, you should still have an idea of what's going to occur. Because otherwise, and when you watch the trailer and you get excited about what you think is going to happen, and then it doesn't when you watch the film, it's just instantly going to make you kind of disappointed. Looking at this film poster, I don't really think film posters do show what is like exactly what is going to happen in the film. I mean, obviously, with this being a comedy, you can see that with it being called Grown Ups and they're acting like children on a water slide, you can tell that it suits the narrative, but like you can't tell exactly what's going to happen in the film. You've just sort of got to guess, but it looks interesting enough to make you want to go watch it. Okay, thank you.